What is up, everyone? If y'all hear background noise, y'all just know that I do not live by myself. We're going to go ahead and get started. Um, First off, Happy Pride Month. I should have said this obviously a while ago. I can't do anything with this. I'm gonna probably get it braided at some point. But like I said, Happy Pride Month. I like Pride Month for a multitude of reasons. One being that, like, as a black man, I like to think that I kind of understand what the LGBTQIA community is going through, because like roughly a century ago, yeah. But also another thing too is that, like, I love Pride Month because it gives us a chance, like it opens up seasons on bigots. It's very rare that I get a chance to actually see people target bigots in a mocking manner. You know what I mean? So it's like Pride Month is like, hey, these guys, homophobes exist. Let's trash them. You know what I'm saying? Only a few people do it, but the fact that it's being done is actually good to me. And because, like, yo, we really need to make life as uncomfortable as possible for bigots. You know, homophobes, racists, sexists, misogynist war practitioners, like the Nazis, all these other people. Like, we really do need to make it very clear that we really do need to make it very clear that those guys need to be as uncomfortable as possible. If they don't like it, they gotta go. Like, America should definitely be proving itself to become a better country than it was a century ago. It used to be a challenge to just like it used to be a challenge just to do basic things, and it's still a challenge. But it's now we're starting to see what the actual problem is, and it's like now that we're starting to see what the problem is, I like to think that it's beautiful to see that people are like more people are starting to realize white supremacists are the problem, racists are the problem, bigots are the problem, xenophobes are the problem. People, the right wing in as an entirety is a problem. You know what I mean? And it's starting to. I like the idea that more people are starting to see this, and now and hopefully down the line, people can actually challenge it and fight against it. You know what I'm saying? Well, why would you say that about the right wing and not the left? Because I don't know anything about the left. All I know is everything I know about the left, I hear about from the right, and the left don't do nearly as much stuff as the right claims that they do. It's like, as far as trying to take away people's rights, the right wing are doing that to drag queens. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and another thing too, like, while I'm on the subject of pride and LGBTQIA culture, first off, I just want to say I think I'm straight. And I say I think I'm straight because you can't just fully affirm something like that. Because, like, because sexuality is a spectrum. I mean, who's to say if my girlfriend were to tell me right now that she feels like she's a man? You know what I'm saying? And, if my girlfriend were to tell me, she feels like she's a man, she wants to kind of go through the transition, all the other stuff, I would probably support it because because I love my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? It would be weird saying, it would be weird saying the other thing, but it's like, I wouldn't, but it's like I would support it because I like to think that because I care about her as much as I do, or because I would care about somebody that I love as much as like that like it goes beyond, something as superficial as sexuality. You know what I'm saying? You can love somebody without what's what I'm looking for. You can love somebody without sexual desire. There is a difference between lust and love, and I feel like the people who are trying to push the homophobic agenda as normal are people who just can't see and understand that because they probably saw a picture of a guy in a dress, got immediately enticed for a moment and blamed the guy in a dress for it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's just weird to me. But what I'm saying though is that, like, I couldn't, like, I consider myself to be, heterosexual, but like I say, circumstances can indeed change these things, and I feel like people, the dumber people don't care about the circumstances. They're just saying, oh my god, you you said pro gay stuff, so you gay now. And it's like, oh my God. These people exist and these people run the government. Me and my roommate actually have discussions about LGBTQIA matters all the time. And because, because like I said, it's Pride Month, plus they, like they have an idea about, the whole sexuality as a spectrum thing. Because, my roommate knows a little bit more about it than I do. You know what I'm saying? Because, they encountered it more, from what I understand anyway. And the thing is that because I'll say this: if you sound confident in what you're saying, I will listen to you. So when my roommate talks to me about LGBTQIA stuff, and they're like really confident about it, and even if he is or isn't a member of the community or whatever, what you're saying makes sense. I honor that. But we talk about it plenty of times, and he brought up a good point. Like if a man were to have sex with like 100 people, right, and only one of them was male, other people would be like, you're gay. And it's like 99 women, one man, immediately gay. Like what's going on? So yeah, pride is like the reason, and it's like is weird to me because that's the circumstances that people have. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I don't like the laws that are being pushed against the LGBTQIA community. Because if you are like common sense wise, if you are accused of being gay, right? Let's just say being gay is now illegal, right? Let's just hypothetically say that, and somebody comes up and just accuses you of being gay. There's no way for you to prove your innocence. None. Well, you could just, if you're a man, you could just go and have sex with a woman. What if the woman doesn't want to have sex with you? You know what I mean? Do you sexually assault a woman to prove your heterosexuality? Because it's like, which charge do you want to have? You know what I mean? What if they have to watch you do something with this woman and you get performance anxiety? Now the people that are watching you do it, they're claiming, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no way to disprove an allegation if an allegation is there. So it's like, technically speaking, they're just basically saying, like, what they're ultimately doing is just trying to, normalize something as juvenile as you're gay. You know what I mean? And that's all it is. It's just immaturity at its finest. Cruel people are the most annoying people, like, ever, bro. Like, cause cruel people, cause like I measure knowledge by how generous and how kind and how respectful you are. I don't measure knowledge by what you know. I don't measure knowledge necessarily by what you know, but how you apply what you know. Because, a person, because, if you're a guy who can, recite the state capitals in alphabetical order, off memory, you know what I mean? If you're a guy who could do that, but you still pick on people because you just don't like them, I'm not going to think that you're smart. I'm going to think you're a high-functioning, mentally deficient person. Because why would you want to be cruel with the information that you with information that you have, with the information that you have, knowing that everybody is going through something, everybody's depressed, everybody is suffering, everybody is catching the heat right now. Why would you want to go out of your way to mess with somebody who is already going through enough as it is? You're not a smart person if you do that. At least not to me. I got into a bit of a spat with somebody because I basically said that I don't believe that bullies are nerds. I will never believe that bullies are nerds, and the reason why I don't believe that bullies are nerds is because it doesn't take a whole. Because I equate nerd with smart. So lack of empathy to me is dumb. So if you are smart enough to know things, but you can't even that's the to me that's the equivalent of like being able to know what it takes to fix the Hubble Space Telescope, but you can't tie your shoes. You know what I mean? It's like Hubble Space Telescope. You know everything about it. You can put all the odds and ends together. You know what everything is called, but you look at something as simple as tying your shoe, and you're like, how do I do this? What do I do here? You know what I'm saying? And you can't be taught how to do it either. It's just like somebody teaches you how to do it, and you just keep messing up. That's what lack of empathy is to me. Because lack of empathy is empathy is a simple thing to have. It's just simply being able to say, I understand that person's pain. And the irony is that people understand the pain of other bullies. Like people will look at a bully bullying somebody and be like, well, that bully is clearly going through something. They clearly have a rough home life. So of course they're going to be the way that they are for that reason. But you can't look at the victim, but you can't look at what's happening right now and say, but what he's doing right now is bad, so we need to stop that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when do we become a society that just excuse the most cruelest of people for doing the most cruelest of stuff to the most vulnerable of people? What is up with that? I don't get that. Like it's weird because like you know, like we I like to think that we weren't always like that as a society. You know what I mean? And it's like now it just feels like we're just do this all the time as a means to make it like make it okay. And I'm just saying that's never gonna be okay to me. I'm never gonna be okay with bullies, and I'm never gonna be gaslit into thinking that bullying is normal. You know what I mean? You know, like it's just jokes, bro. No, it's not. Stand up comedy is literally a person, like, you know, if I can't ask you why a joke is funny, it's obvious that you were doing it for a bigoted reason. Because stand up comedians can stand up in front of a group of people and talk for like at least a good hour and a half and explain a joke and get laughs the majority of the time. But if I can't ask you why a joke is funny, bro, it's just a joke, bro. No. You know, like, if you love yourself, then it doesn't matter how badly other people treat you. That's gaslighting. Sorry. I'm not about to be okay with being mistreated because I love myself. The fact that I managed to survive in a world that legitimately wants to kill me is enough reason for me to, like, you know, love myself. So just because you feel entitled to mistreat me, that doesn't justify you mistreating me. Because no. Like, it's weird. Like, we become a society of gaslighters and bullies and sociopaths and people who embrace cruelty. And it's just like I can't ride with that, man. I can't get jiggy with that at all. And I don't understand why anyone else should. So the whole idea about people getting mad at, you know, the LGBTQ community for like Pride Month and all this other stuff, I just think it's a weird thing to be angry about. Because like, how, like, you know, they're trying to turn us all gay. No, you're trying to turn everybody into a bigot. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to do all this other stuff to hurt everybody. No, you're trying to be obnoxious and normalize that. Stop that. That's bad. I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's just like, it's like, you know, well, Manny, what about those times when you be a bully to, you know, like, to people? Okay, who am I a bully to? Well, you don't like the Republicans. Of course I don't. Like, I don't like anybody who rubs elbows with white supremacists and Nazis. Like, like, I thought nobody liked that. You know? Like, I'm a bully for targeting those people? I mean, if we're going to make bullying into, like, an actual concept worth... If we're going to make bullying into something, like, you know, that just has to be a part of today's society, why don't we just go after the people who should be getting bullied? Why don't we go after the Nazis? Why don't we go after the bigots? Why don't we go after the homophobes, the xenophobes, the racists, the sexists, the misogyny petitioners? The people who just genuinely want to watch the world burn. Those people are annoying. Like, we can't do anything about these folks, but we can pick on vulnerable people who ain't messing with nobody. Nah, I'm good. Y'all can keep that. Love, peace, happiness, and safety to everybody out there. Let's see. The sign language word of the day is Oh God, I had it. Oh, feeling. Feeling. So, if you wanted to go up to somebody and ask them, how they're feeling, you could say, "How are you feeling?" You could say, "I think this is good," and I want to say, "This is bad." So you could say, "I'm feeling good," or "I'm feeling bad." Like, bad. But yeah, feeling. Also, I haven't had time to actually mess with this. So here we go. White, blue, red, green, orange, yellow. How was that? That wasn't bad. Thank you. Your ventriloquist is getting better. I appreciate that. Love, peace, and happiness to everybody out there. Y'all be easy.